Hey everyone, welcome back to FavsChat. Today we are diving into episode 7 of the K-drama Perfect Crown. This episode is packed with emotional tension, sweet romantic moments, hidden secrets, and major developments leading up to the royal wedding. So sit back, relax, and let's go through everything that happened in this beautiful and emotional episode. Episode 7 begins right where the previous episode ended, with Prince Yeon and Huiju sharing an emotional and unforgettable moment together on the yacht. The atmosphere between them is filled with nervous excitement as they finally give in to the feelings they have been trying to ignore for so long. Afterward, the two quietly return home, still overwhelmed by what just happened. As soon as they arrive back at the palace, the staff notices something unusual. They question why the royal guards were left behind and jokingly ask if the two went somewhere special together. Completely flustered and caught off guard, both Prince Yeon and Huiju quickly deny it in the most awkward way possible, making the situation even more suspicious and funny. That night, neither of them can sleep peacefully. Huiju keeps replaying the moment in her head and starts overthinking everything. She wonders if she crossed a line or allowed herself to become too emotionally involved. Meanwhile, Prince Yeon can't stop smiling to himself because the moment meant so much to him. Unlike Huiju, he feels genuinely happy that it happened. Unable to control his feelings, Prince Yeon quietly walks to Huiju's room later that night. He softly calls out her name, hoping to speak with her, but Huiju becomes so embarrassed that she pretends not to hear him at all. Even though her heart is racing, she hides under the covers and avoids facing him directly. The next morning, the awkwardness between them becomes even stronger. Huiju rushes around, trying her best to avoid Prince Yeon completely. However, fate has other plans and the two end up crossing paths anyway. During the encounter, Huiju accidentally loses her balance, and Prince Yeon immediately catches and helps her. Even such a small interaction becomes incredibly meaningful because of the growing feelings between them. Before heading to work, Huiju visits a church and asks the priest for what she jokingly calls a spiritual cleansing session. She dramatically says that something strange must have happened to her because she cannot stop thinking about the kiss they shared. While there, she runs into Jeongwoo, who kindly offers to give her a ride to work. He asks her to wait for him for a moment. At the same time, Prince Yeon calls Huiju to discuss an upcoming wedding preparation event. However, he overhears Jeongwoo's voice in the background during the call. The moment he realizes Huiju is with another man, a hint of jealousy immediately appears on his face. During the drive, Huiju casually talks about Prince Yeon and mentions how much he enjoys driving himself around. She then asks Jeongwoo whether he likes driving too. Jeongwoo carefully watches her expressions and slowly realizes that Huiju is becoming emotionally closer to Prince Yeon than before. Concerned about her future, he gently warns her not to become too attached, because it could make their eventual separation much more painful. Even after hearing that warning, Huiju refuses to admit that her feelings are changing. She quickly heads to work and tries to focus on business matters instead of her hurt. At work, Huiju officially begins the process of transferring responsibilities and meeting with company affiliates. She later meets Taeju and Dayang, and Taeju is left completely stunned when Huiju reveals that she plans to hand over her shares to him. Even though Huiju personally feels uncertain about this decision, she hopes that someday the shareholders and even her father will realize that she was always the most capable person for the position. Back at the palace, Prince Yeon assists King Eun in selecting an auspicious date for the royal wedding. When asked about the schedule, Prince Yeon says that he and Huiju need more time to prepare emotionally and mentally. So he chooses a wedding date in July. Even though he acts calm, it becomes obvious that he is taking this marriage seriously. Later that day, Huiju and Prince Yeon attend their wedding outfit fitting together. Huiju becomes nervous after Choi Hyun informs her that Prince Yeon will also be visiting her family for dinner later. Apparently, according to royal custom, the future son-in-law must bring gifts and formally greet the bride's family before the wedding ceremony. Huiju becomes even more anxious when she learns that her father has already accepted the invitation. Lee Jong notices her panic and calmly reassures her that everything has already been arranged. During the fitting session, Prince Yeon gently tucks a strand of hair behind Huiju's ear, leaving her completely speechless and embarrassed. The chemistry between them becomes stronger with every small interaction. Things become even more uncomfortable for Huiju during the royal health examination. Court Lady Jin Suk casually brings up the topic of married life and future family expectations, which instantly makes Huiju panic internally. The doctor notices that Huiju's heartbeat is unusually fast and asks whether she has any hidden health concerns. Prince Yeon immediately understands the real reason behind her nervousness and quietly smiles to himself before requesting some privacy. Once they are alone, he directly brings up the kiss they shared earlier. Huiju tries to act unaffected and claims that it was simply a moment created by the atmosphere of the night. She even says that the same thing could have happened with anyone under those circumstances. Hearing this clearly hurts Prince Yeon emotionally. For him, the moment was special only because it happened with Huiju. He honestly admits that if it had been anyone else, it would never have happened at all. Elsewhere, Choi Hyun delivers the official royal gifts and wedding documents to Huiju's father Hyung-guk. He feels surprised when Hyung-guk impatiently tells him to hurry with the formalities. Meanwhile, Taeju and Da-young become excited after learning that, for security reasons, the wedding ceremonies will take place at Prince Yeon's private residence instead of a more public royal venue. At the same time, Irang hears that Prince Yeon seems unusually distracted and emotionally unsettled lately. Curious about the reason, she invites him for a quiet walk and begins questioning him carefully. She wonders whether he is still upset about their previous dinner or if something happened between him and Huiju. Irang quickly points out that Prince Yeon and Huiju come from very different worlds and backgrounds. Prince Yeon responds with a meaningful question of his own. He asks whether Irang and his older brother were truly happy together simply because they came from the same social world. His question clearly catches Irang off guard. The conversation becomes even more emotional when Irang remembers how Prince Yeon once accompanied her to an important event after the king failed to show up. When Prince Yeon asks whether genuine happiness even exists within the royal marriages, Irang quietly responds with sadness and experience in her voice. Meanwhile, Huiju continues losing sleep because of what Prince Yeon confessed during the health examination. Several times she thinks about calling him, only to stop herself at the last second. Inside his room, Prince Yeon discovers the marriage contract once again and carefully locks it away in his safe. Hidden inside the safe is also a partially burnt royal document written by the late king. The document reveals the king's secret wish to step down from the throne and eventually pass leadership responsibilities to Prince An. Elsewhere, Sang-un is also thinking about the late king and the mysterious events surrounding that night long ago. He remembers rushing to Irang's side after hearing troubling news. When he arrived, he found her sitting alone in tears, emotionally devastated. That night, Irang revealed the late king's hidden decision regarding the royal succession. When Sang-un asked what happened afterward, Irang quietly answered that she destroyed everything connected to it, preventing the truth from ever being revealed completely. The next day, Taeju and Dayang excitedly prepared to welcome Prince An into their family home. On the way there, Prince An notices how nervous Huiju looks. Her anxiety only increases after Choi Hyun casually mentions that traditional royal family dinners can last for several hours. When they finally arrive, Huiju's family warmly welcomes Prince An. Taeju becomes especially touched when the prince respectfully addresses him as an older brother figure. However, the atmosphere soon becomes tense when Hyunguk suddenly starts acting like a caring and affectionate father in front of everyone. He says he worries about Huiju's safety at the palace and asks Prince An to take good care of her. Hearing this fake display of concern deeply frustrates Huiju because she remembers all the emotional pain caused by her father in the past. Unable to tolerate the hypocrisy any longer, she openly confronts him before leaving the dinner table and retreating to her old room. Prince An follows her to check if she is alright. Huiju then asks whether he regrets his decision to marry her after witnessing the complicated situation within her family. Prince An gently reassures her that he does not regret anything. He admits that his own family situation is also far from perfect and promises to support her however he can. Encouraged by his sincerity, Huiju nervously asks whether he truly has feelings for her. Prince An laughs softly when she jokingly describes herself dramatically, but in the end, he honestly confesses that he likes her very much. Huiju becomes emotional hearing his confession and quietly accepts his feeling as well. However, Prince An also reminds her that when the agreed time comes, he will still honor the terms of their arrangement and let her go peacefully. Elsewhere, Choi Hyun and Hee Jang worry that Prince An and Huiju are behaving too formally around each other and may accidentally reveal their true emotions. Still, Hee Jang is not too concerned because she can clearly see their growing affection. At the same time, Choi Hyun himself slowly realizes that he is falling for Hee Jang more deeply with every interaction they share together. On the drive back home, Prince An attempts to hold Huiju's hand sweetly, but before he can, she receives a phone call and instinctively pulls away. The call turns out to be from Jeongwoo, who is checking to see how the family dinner went. Huiju happily says that everything went smoothly and even places the call on speaker mode. Prince An playfully points out that Hyunguk seems to like Jeongwoo quite a lot. Jeongwoo later asks about Taeju, causing Huiju to remove the speaker setting and privately share her concerns about transferring her shares to her brother. Although Prince An clearly feels jealous of Jeongwoo's closeness with Huiju, he quietly drops her off at his private residence and admits that he already feels sad about being apart from her until the official wedding ceremony. Back at the residence, the staff eagerly surrounds Huiju and excitedly asks how the family dinner went. She reveals that even Prince An seemed nervous, making everyone laugh warmly. Huiju then offers to treat the staff to a nice outing, and everyone becomes excited. However, Aryum appears strangely uneasy and guilty, hinting that something may be troubling her internally. The following day, Prince Yan unexpectedly visits Jeongwoo's office. In a surprisingly direct moment, he openly admits his feelings for Huiju and firmly asks Jeongwoo to maintain appropriate boundaries moving forward. Jeongwoo calmly responds by warning Prince Yan not to become reckless emotionally because according to him, love alone may not be what Huiju truly needs right now. As the wedding approaches, Huiju keeps herself busy with work and the company transition process. Despite her hectic schedule, she cannot hide her smile when Prince Yan sends her a caring text message reminding her to eat properly. Finally, the long-awaited wedding day arrives, filling the entire palace with excitement and celebration. Among everyone present, no one looks happier than Prince Yan, who can barely contain his joy at finally being able to officially call Huiju his wife. Da-young also arrives to help Huiju with royal etiquette and wedding preparations, making the emotional day even more meaningful. Before the ceremony begins, Jeongwoo calls Huiju one last time and jokingly asks whether she has changed her mind about the marriage. Huiju confidently replies that she has not. During the conversation, Irang unexpectedly appears beside Jeongwoo and asks how he has been doing lately. When he says he is fine, Irang teasingly responds that she will simply wait until he can no longer hide his true feelings. Thankfully, the royal wedding ceremony proceeds beautifully without any major issues. Although Huiju briefly stumbles during one moment, Prince Yan finds it adorable rather than embarrassing. After completing the wedding rites at Prince Yan's private residence, the newly married couple travels to the palace to formally greet the king. Crowds of supporters and viewers watching from home cheer enthusiastically for the royal couple. Even Prince Yan's staff members become emotional and proud watching the ceremony unfold. The only person struggling emotionally during the celebration is Jeongwoo. Irang quietly comments that perhaps he should have objected earlier if he truly wanted to stop the marriage. At the palace, Court Lady Jin-suk warmly welcomes and congratulates the newlyweds. Inside the royal hall, Jeongwoo formally congratulates the couple on behalf of the people and government officials. However, just as everything seems perfect, a shocking moment suddenly changes the atmosphere. In front of the royal family, guests, and the media, Huiju suddenly loses consciousness and collapses, leaving everyone stunned and worried. In the epilogue, the episode revisits the earlier conversation between Prince Yan and Jeongwoo. Prince Yan insists that Huiju must have had a meaningful reason for choosing him specifically. After all, Jeongwoo could also have provided her with the status and protection she had always been searching for. And that's how episode 7 of The Perfect Crown comes to an end. If you enjoyed this recap and explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to FavsChat for more K-drama recaps, reviews, and episode breakdowns. Also, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about this episode and your favorite moments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon with the next episode explanation.